Oh, sugar, my sugar. Don't you just love your sweet treats? And if not a chocolate bar, bowl of mint ice cream, or pecan pie, how about a big glass of Chardonnay or Pinot Gris? Admit it, we all get our sugar fix from somewhere. We poor saps are programmed from birth to love it. From the first taste of that highly nutritious, sticky sweet breast milk, to mushed bananas, to a parade of sugar-coated cereals, to Halloween, my nemesis, how to toss all my kids' non-food sweet treats by morning. How can we not be addicted to sugar? I saw monkeys break into a car at the Ngorongoro crater in Africa. Do you know what they ate? Not the sandwiches. They ate the candy, the sweets, nothing else. They left the sandwiches. We are programmed. How do we break the habit? Why is it so critical to do so at least 80% of the time? This is coming up, and we'll also talk alternative sugars, good, bad, and ugly. Sugar. They call it the food nobody needs and everyone craves. It has a long, sordid, and even bloody past, including slavery and wars, and likely entered our diet by accident as fodder feed for livestock. 3,500 years ago, it began to spread around the planet. The first chemically refined sugar was introduced 2,500 years ago. It's been around a long time. Throughout much of history, it was considered a rare and expensive spice, not an everyday condiment. Brazil began the first slave-based plantation in the 15th and 16th centuries. Once introduced to the Caribbean in about 1647, the industry spread through Europe, and the boom continues to feed humanity's sugar craze. Now, no other crop occupies so much of the world's land for so little benefit to humanity. It's compared to tobacco in terms of its slavery origins, explosive growth, and market share. Sugarcane is the third most valuable crop after cereals and rice. And like tobacco, sugar is considered an industrial epidemic of non-communicable disease driven by profit for megacorps. Its main output, apart from huge commercial profits, has been nothing short of a global health crisis. Whew! To think I just thought it tasted good. How naive. Now, most of you know me as a somewhat disciplined, holistically minded health nut nutritionist / food coach. But sugar, my sugar, has been my captain most of my life. Why? Because it makes me feel good. Woo! So good. And there it is. There's the rub. Sugar is a drug with no nutritional value unless you're starving. Then it gives you energy. But nearly any other food you choose will have more value unless it too is junk food. It provides a flood of dopamine in the brain. We feel pleasure when we eat it. A little like cocaine. It's a super stimuli drug. You get way more dopamine from a cupcake than an apple. And this body-brain reward cycle is an ancient survival mechanism. And now it's our downfall. The more we eat, the more we want, the more our health suffers. You're driven to that dopamine opioid cycle like a drug addict. Beyond the addiction, empty calories, expanding waistline, the blood sugar peak and trough that leaves you jilted, irritated, and just plain sad, it also drains your body of key nutrients. I'm talking vitamins and minerals. Anytime you eat junk food, denatured food, it uses the body's nutrient stores so that valuable enzymes, vitamins, and minerals that we need for other more important tasks are used to digest and eliminate or store the sugar as fat. So you end up with a net loss. Refined pure white sugar has been stripped of any nutrients the sugar beet or sugarcane once had, such that it's now simply a pure chemical extract, a simple carbohydrate which contains 50% glucose, 50% fructose, and that is all. No beneficial micronutrients, not a vitamin, not a mineral, not a one. Same with brown sugar. It too has been bleached and stripped and then had caramel color and other stuff added back, but none of the nutrients. That 50% fructose number is a scary number, as high doses plague the liver, which turns it to fat and increases triglycerides and bad cholesterol. Too much of this can give you non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is increasingly an issue in children thanks to refined sugar in our modern diet. Hence why I thought brilliant when organic coconut sugar hit the scene. It's even at Costco. It is not denatured. It has only 3 to 9% fructose instead of 50 and can have zinc, iron, calcium, potassium, and inulin, an important prebiotic. I wouldn't call it healthy, but it's certainly a healthy alternative to white sugar, as is maple syrup and honey for similar reasons. These sweeteners in their raw, unprocessed forms actually have micronutrients. However, my late night coconut sugar cookies, my chocolate honey hemp bars, no matter how many chia seeds and almond slivers and goji berries I put in them, still keep me knee deep in sweet cravings. And we all know sweet stuff, whether maple syrup or refined, feeds bad bacteria in our critically important gut biome. It's the yeast talking. It's the yeast that's craving it. I've never been able to solve my yeast issues. It's come and gone and shown up as a really attractive skin fungal rash. Everybody's different. Some women get yeast infections. Some get canker sores. I get leopard spots. I have made many ultimatums with sweets. Never again, I swear. And even gone as long as 2 months with nothing sweet, not even a piece of fruit. But as you can see, it hasn't stuck. So I ended up using what I thought were the new holy grail of sweeteners: monk fruit extract and sugar alcohols like xylitol and erythritol. What? No calories? No glycemic index? Won't raise blood sugar? Passes through the body unchanged? How could this possibly be bad? Sounds a little like aspartame or NutraSweet, but it isn't. So only to take a big long look at these bright white refined nature of these newfangled sweeteners and say, this can't be good. Erythritol is usually made from corn. If not organic, assume genetically modified. Plus, it's toxic to flies, like an insecticide. This makes me a little leery. More studies, please. Of course, these aren't in the league of old school zero-calorie sweeteners that I just mentioned, like NutraSweet, Equal, and Splenda. I'd never touch the known carcinogen aspartame, which NutraSweet is made from, and you shouldn't either. Do I need to explain their health dangers? Read any study about phenylalanine, aspartic acid, and brain damage and brain tumors in rats. They are neurotoxin, and there is no denying this science. So please, if you're looking for a sugar substitute, then do use xylitol or erythritol or monk fruit. They're safer for sure. So what to make of all this? Well, here's where I'm at. I believe that coconut sugar, maple syrup, and raw local honey are all fine in moderation. And by moderation, I don't mean like 3 times a day. Small doses here and there. Get your sweet fix from fruit and smoothies. Beyond that, I believe that if you have issues that would indicate the beginnings of a chronic disease like insulin resistance or inflammation or maybe even leopard spots, you need a deep cleanse, likely greater than 2 weeks. If you have a spectrum disorder or suffer from leaky gut or celiac disease or thyroid issues, that too requires a deep cleanse, possibly in the realm of months. I know, difficult. Very difficult. The GAPS diet, gut and psychology syndrome diet, is something that is making its way mainstream, and I will be talking more about it here. This diet resolves leaky gut and restores the gut biome, thus quashing sugar cravings and all its downstream negative effects. But it requires a pretty big commitment. I'm talking months. Seek out a specialist or email me if you think this might be you. In the meantime, start with a good cleanse, no sugar or refined foods, and see my cleanse episode on YouTube called Love Your Liver Spring Clean. And feel free to email me if you'd like a one-on-one consultation. Coming soon, I will be working with the Gut Girl to create an online cleanse that keeps you accountable. So keep checking back for news. Happy, healthy eating, happy, healthy life.